Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to iAllegedly, and I've got a couple good things for you here today. We're going to do a stimulus update, but one other thing I want to talk to you about is EIDL reconsideration and the fraud that's being perpetrated around that. So there's a lot of good news to talk about with the stimulus, and let's get into it. First things first, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and also please don't forget to join our email list. I have a huge announcement that's coming out to everybody late this week, and you really want to be part of that because there's going to be something cool given to everybody that's on that list. So first things first, let's talk about the EIDL reconsideration. There's a scam going on that you have to be aware of, and that is this. There are companies that are advertising that they can get you through the EIDL process. Now, EIDL and PPP are totally different. The PPP had lenders assigned that could be an authorized lender through the SBA that could lend that money. Now, the EIDL is different. This is through the SBA only. What these companies are doing, and I've been sent a few of these, and I decided to call one of them yesterday, and it was fantastic because they say, hey, we can get you through your EIDL application, we can help you with your reconsideration, and what they are is they're a hard money lender, okay? They lend money to businesses in trouble and things like that. But first things first, they sent me this letter from this woman saying she could help me. When you call in, miraculously, Alexandra is not available. And this is a scam that a lot of people use where if they use a platform through email, it'll be Alex, Facebook, it'll be Jessica, Instagram, it'll be Sarah. And they know if you ask for Sarah, hey, we got an Instagram lead. Guys, come on, so that's how they deal with this. So they wouldn't let me speak to this woman. And so I start talking to this guy and start asking him, a myriad of questions because I'm not an idiot. And asked him, how can you guys say that you're an authorized EIDL lender when only the SBA is an EIDL lender? Oh, no, that's not what it says. Well, it sure does say that you're offering these loans and that you're doing reconsideration. Well, we're going to help people process the paperwork. So what they're doing is they're helping you process the paperwork to get reconsideration for a fee, okay? Now, the problem with this is that this is something for your reconsideration you can do on your own and you don't need this company to do it. But what they will miraculously offer you is a loan that is with horrible terms, and people are very desperate, and these work for suckers where they go out and they, oh my God, I need money so bad. Listen, while you're waiting for your EIDL loan, we can lend you $25,000, but we'll take out, so much a day, $250 a day out of your checking account, and the $25,000 loan turns into $35,000. But here's the one thing that none of us can project right now, and that is, what are your sales going to be 3 weeks from now? Oh, this is what we're going to do. This is this is that. Do not borrow money to pay off debts. Do not fall for this. Even in the comments on my videos, the people that are offering services and stuff, they've all been reported to YouTube. Please do not fall for this. Look at the reconsideration videos, write your own reconsideration letter. If English is not your first language and you have difficulty writing, it's not for everybody. Have somebody else do it. There are people that you can pay a simple fee to have them take care of the reconsideration, but do not fall for these scams because they don't and they can't help you with those loans and give you those loans right now unless they change the entire program, which they haven't, okay? So, let's get into the stimulus package. Now, again, this is the only channel that you need to worry about stimulus for small business. We're not going to get into everything under the sun. I'm going to do this as it pertains to what is going to happen for small business. Now, there is a group called the Problem Solvers Caucus, which I wish I had my rim shot again because it's a bipartisan group of 50 centrist Republicans and Democrats, which again, is ridiculous. They've proposed a $2 trillion package to get stimulus out there, and it covers everything. But as far as small business, the cool thing with this is it covers more PPP money and additional EIDL funding. The problem with this is really simple, and that is that there's only $145 million for PPP, which $95 million of it was not used. So that's only, just over $50 million that they want to add to it. And the problem that they have with this is they only want to give $50 billion for EIDL. Okay, sounds like a lot of money, but it would make loans available, but it would not make the grant available with that type of funding. You need at least what they originally proposed in Senate Bill 4227 was $100 billion in funding and $80 billion for the grants. So that's not enough money for everything. It will revive EIDL, but again, it's just going to go back to the SBA, which is still processing loans from May and June when they reopened it. It's not open right now, and that's the problem with this. So there's that. Now, as far as the unemployment is concerned, they want to extend the unemployment to $450 a week with a sliding scale that would go up to $600 if there's a problem. If the problem continues, which it's going to continue, folks. This is not going to end 3 weeks from now. The problem with the proposed amounts is that it goes back on your 2018 income. Now, if someone made more money in 2018 than they made today, there's the possibility that they could just be under the threshold and not get the unemployment, which is terrible because if you are a single mother, 3 kids, and you made $108,000, you would be $9,000 above this threshold and you would get no unemployment and you would be starving. So it's got its real problems with this. There's $500 billion for state and local governments, and both sides are fighting about this. Some say they need it, some say they don't. There's $400 billion for election assistance, which again, I am sick of this because this should have been resolved and solved a long time ago. Now they're worried about the election that's 45 days away, and they need, $400 billion for this. $15 billion for the United States Postal Service because there's going to be an extra, demand to put upon them with the upcoming election. $25 million for mortgage assistance and rental help, and $130 billion for schools. Now, there's problems with this back and forth. Senator Grassley was on the news today. Senator Grassley is from Iowa. Senator Grassley has been in the Senate since 1981. Now, I had to pull out the calculator. That's 39 years. Now, he is like my grandfather's grandfather, okay? This guy's 86 years old. He said, and did a mic drop and said, this is never going to go together. There will be no stimulus package. So depending on who you believe, you go to Nancy Pelosi and she says, we have to get this done. We're not leaving to go home unless there's a stimulus package. Now, the Democrats, I believe, October 3rd is the date, or October 2nd, pardon me, is the date that they go on vacation. Now, these people in the House of Representatives are going to go home to people like you that own businesses that are going to be furious because nothing's been done. Now, they can talk about, we passed the HEROES Act in May and nothing's been done since then. Nonsense. This is it's a Christmas wish list. It's your son, asking for the motorcycle, the horse, the pony, a batting cage. I want my own island. I mean, it's crazy the stuff that's in there. So, anyways, speaking of my kids, the Senate and the House of Representatives remind me of my children right now. And I have 2 kids, and for those of you that have been on the channel a while, you know this. They are both brilliant in their own ways, but one of them has an incredible work ethic, and one of them is the procrastinator of the year. And my daughter, for example, in high school, she hated high school, but you're going to finish it. Your grandmother's going to see you walk down the aisle. You're not getting your GED. I don't care how smart you are. She took every requirement in high school and got it done so early that her senior year she took 2 filmmaking classes. She was teacher's aide. She literally was on vacation for an entire year making movies, okay? And since she wants to act and do things like that, it was a vacation. Now, my son, he's the guy. He should run for Congress or be a senator, because literally he was the guy that would be assigned this report that's going to be done a month from now, and literally the night before at 4 o'clock in the morning, he would be working on it. He's the kid that his senior year, it's like, oh my God, I need one more AP biology class or I'm not going to be able to graduate. I'll take it at 0 period. Well, that meant that I was taking it at 0 period since I had to drive him to school, which meant that he had to be at school at like 6:30 in the morning. It was fantastic to get up at 5:30 every morning. Anyways, but that's what these guys are like. Now that trouble is coming and election day is coming, these people are finally putting things together. So let me go through a few more of the highlights and what's in this, and let me explain that to you. I'm just going to wind this up for you real quick. There's going to be a $120 billion extension for the unemployment. There's going to be a second round of stimulus checks with the potential of a third round of stimulus checks in March of next year if things don't get better. Now, guys, $1,200. If you have an adult child living with you, you can get stimulus money, $500 for them. Please, man, do not bank on this. If $1,200 is going to make it, there's real problems. There's going to be a rent moratorium through, this is insane, December 13th, 2020. I didn't misspeak. December 13th. What does that do for people? Okay, hey honey, we're good until December 13th, but Christmas is going to be bleak because we're going to be homeless during that time. Who pays their rent on the 13th of the month? Let me guess. No one, okay? So it's a horrible plan, okay? Funding for schools, small business loans. Again, PPP, EIDL, they need to have this funding, but please, if you're going to borrow the PPP money, consider saying, let's keep this money to run the business and pay the loan back, because you're never going to get 1% money anywhere on the planet. And, it's a great, decent loan, but you may want to just do it and use it for the business and not use it, and to have it be forgivable. That's your call. Funding for testing, there's pressure on both sides of the party. This is what I love. Hey, there's pressure on both parties to get a deal worked out because of the upcoming election. Well, it's about time, okay? It's ridiculous. So that's the latest on everything. Again, there's hope for PPP money and EIDL money, but we need more, okay? It's not enough with the numbers that they're talking about. Please do not borrow money right now to pay past bills. You're only, pushing the problem down the road. And some of these lenders are more aggressive with you than some of your existing suppliers are, or vendors that you're paying right now. So please make the right decision. Good luck to everybody. Please like, share, subscribe. There's more coming this week. And join the email list. Please share this with your friends and colleagues, and I will see you all very soon.